Quite often I receive comments like, yeah, Thomas, those videos are great, but could you do close-ups? Because without them, it's like useless thing almost. So in this video, I'm going to install Fox, as well as it will require some work on the headset, and I will do the close-ups for you. Fox will look on this bike. First things first, I always prepare the headset by applying some grease, so that way the cup go there with a bit less friction. Whether it's needed or not, use it at your own discretion. Once that is done, we are inserting the cups. The notch goes at the back. That means the bottom one will have to face the front, and that way we will get slacker version. I'm also applying some grease to the cup itself where the bearing is gonna sit. It will prevent from rusting. You won't need to change it that fast. If you are not aware yet, I have ceramic speed bearings in my headset. I changed them after 7,000 kilometers on the bike, and by now they are already 10,000 and they works without any issues. So that means I won't have to change headset bearings, disconnect everything soon enough. That was beneficial thing to do when replacing the headset bearings in ceramic speed. Yes, they are more expensive, but if they eliminate the need for servicing, that means it's worth doing it, I guess. So install the cup, added a bit of the grease there. The only remaining thing is to add the fork. You might be wondering why I'm changing the fork. If Sid was fine, well, it was more or less fine. After 17,000 kilometers, I decided that Fox might be worth checking. I found quite good discount at R2 Bike, and that would have been stupid not to try to use it. The fork is already cut down, everything is prepared, basically just a matter of installation. And to install it, firstly apply the grease at the bottom. Bearing sits there by itself, it gets significant amount of grease, but we're going to be generous enough and apply a bit more as well. This grease gun, it has some flaws, so sometimes it just sucks air and does nothing, and then after some time it just shoots a lot of grease. And it's a new tube, so I wonder how it's even possible. Oop, now it works. Ideally, use the gloves for all those messy, greasy procedures. So I'm adding this on top, cleaning my finger again. To install the cup, I also apply grease inside of it, so that way bearing sits there lucratively. Also, I'm adding a bit of grease into the frame itself. The notches on the headset cups are quite worn already, but you can see that here is the cut. That means if we want to make the slacker version, we will put the cut. The top is facing backwards, so that way we will get the slacker one. Before we put handlebars on the steerer, I apply carbon paste to the inside. It adds a bit of friction, and in general it's good practice when applying carbon on metal parts. I just realized that I still have the old cable housing, which I will eliminate. It's a bit worn out because I use zip ties to connect the housing in order for camera not to have the poor view in front of it. So I will have to remove it and replace it. And now the funny part. So you hold the handlebars somehow. Ideally you could connect them somewhere. I don't need it to. You know what? I just realized that you can't see anything. So when installing the fork, you need to make sure that the two smaller housings goes at the left, while the two wider ones to the right. That will ease your life a bit later. The bearing was already inside the cup, as well as the top crown, or however that thing is called. And now what's needed is to install this cable guide with holes in front. I need to insert the cable housings through the side of those cuts. Start from the wider housings, which in my case are for the brakes and the shifting, and try to insert them into it. So 2 down, 2 left, but always be aware that when doing this procedure, you have to make sure that your headset caps do not spin, because if they spin out, you might potentially move them in the wrong way. So smaller ones are in, but now the bigger ones are out. So it takes some wiggle room. This time I haven't connected the handlebars to anywhere, so that complicates the process a bit, because you have to hold everything at the same time making those maneuvers, but still doable. 1 down, 1 left, and the only thing remaining is to push it. And that's pretty much it. Hold everything tight with your hand at the bottom and at the top in order for things not to get away from you. Also make sure that the handlebars do not touch the stanchions, so it's like additional safety needed to make sure you don't fuck up things. I apply this firstly through the cables, so you just don't miss things. Depending how many spacers you have, this process might be either easier or more complicated. In my case, it's pretty easy because I have only one. And then insert one from the top. When doing so, make sure that you correctly guided the cables. Smaller ones goes on the left, the bigger ones, either 2 or 1, goes at the right. The only thing needed yeah, the caliper is loose. I'm going to do some stuff with it. What you need to make sure is to push the cables to the side, to one and the other. That way you will avoid squeezing the housings, losing the brakes or the dropper or the shock, so thank me later for that. Holding everything in place and just connecting the top bolts. All the fine tweakings will be done once the bike is with the wheel on the ground. I will know that there's no slack in the headset. And that's pretty much it. The reason being why the caliper was not yet installed is because I'm going to do one other thing. I found a service who provides stickers, which in my opinion might look a bit nicer. Is it true or not? I don't know. There's only one way to figure out. Nope.